Alright, I'm back. Let's get this done. Hopefully today. Like, obviously I am, but I'm just saying, like, Jesus Christ, how much of the game is left? What the hell? Oh, you're forced into the top-down view for this? Yep. I guess you are. Classic top-down view is back. Okay. Well, off we go then. She coming with or what? They know we're here, so that's never gonna reset. You're forced into the classic view, so now I have to... What? Why aren't you moving?
Leave this to me.
Why isn't she following me? What is... Like, how do I call her over? Why is she not following me? I thought they said that she'd follow me automatically, but... You're just gonna keep killing infinite soldiers here? What are you doing? God damn these fucking gimmicks, dude. What am I supposed to do to get her to come with me? What the fuck?
Snake, stay on your toes. The enemy hasn't given up coming after you yet. They should be there any minute now. If you go southeast from there, you'll come to a road leading to the lake. Take Eva with you and head southeast.
They just keep spawning, like, what? Alright, I'm just gonna go, but... Oh my god, this is gonna burn through my shit. I don't know why she doesn't follow me, and I don't know how to get her to follow me. She's gonna get herself killed now.
Snake, the lake is just over that cliff. Eva should be able to climb it if you help her. Keep her close to you.
And I might as well just use the fucking game fact to get through this entire game. Okay, what the fuck am I supposed to do? What did they explain that I didn't catch before I went BRB? It says, yeah, I was doing that. It says use triangle to wave Eva to you, but don't get too far. But she kept sitting there shooting enemies because they don't stop spawning. What the fuck? Dude, this fucking game, I swear to god, it's... I was spamming triangle doing this, and she wouldn't come. She just kept sitting there shooting enemies. Get over here! Now she's coming? I don't get this game, dude. What the fuck was I doing wrong earlier? I was spamming triangle and she wouldn't move. Oh wait, she didn't get shot? Oh, it's a cut. Oh, God.
This tastes like crap.
Well, it's all we got, so eat it. We gotta go.
Let me have some more.
Okay, at least she enjoyed that. The noodles. Alright, why did they force you into this camera after letting you play with the other camera the whole game? Doesn't look like there's anybody here, though. This is like one of those / beckon. Use the beckon emote to guide the stupid NPC in FF14 for those leave quests. Terrible. Come on. I mean, y'all saw that shit. I was doing this the whole time, and she just sat there shooting enemies, so... I don't know what changed about when I left and came back, but... This game is janky. Come on. Well, here we go again. Okay.
What's wrong?
Hey FS Palaka 45H. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying this disaster of my first playthrough of this game ever. Wait, which way should I go? Let me just go this way. Okay. Down we go. She should not be jumping like that with that wound. Huh? Damn, that guy was pretty well hidden.
Huh?
Dude,
The enemy's here.
stop moving, you little shit boy.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah, you are actually. Oh, well, I was gonna feed her again, but.
Come on, Snake.
Suddenly now she can run. God damn it, I hope we... Okay. The lake.
We made
We
it.
made it. Yeah.
We made it.
All three of us are Jinx now.
Over there.
I like how his smile looks with that beard. I don't know what it is, but like, he just looks so happy when he smiles. Like, we made it.
It's the boss, isn't it? I'll go get the wig ready to take off.
Right.
I'll leave you two alone. But come back in one piece, okay? Promise me!
Come on, dude, bullshit.
What the hell just happened?
Life's end. Isn't it beautiful? It's almost tragic. When life ends, it gives off a final lingering aroma. Light is but a farewell gift from the darkness to those on their way to die. I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
Boss. Why are you doing this?
Why? To make the world one again. The world used to be whole. But with the end of the Second World War, the philosophers began to fight amongst themselves, and the world was torn apart. The Cobras, my comrades who trained and fought alongside me, were torn apart as well. The foibles of politics and the march of time can turn friends into enemies just as easily as the wind changes. Ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yesterday's
actually.
ally becomes today's opposition. And this Cold War? Think back. When I was leading the Cobras, America and Russia were fighting together. Now, consider whether America and Russia will still be enemies in the 21st century. Somehow I doubt it. Enemies change along with the times, the flow of the ages, and we soldiers are forced to play along. I didn't raise you and shape you into the man you are today just so we could face each other in battle. A soldier's skills aren't meant to be used to hurt friends. So then what is an enemy? Is there such a thing as an absolute timeless enemy? There is no such thing, and never has been. And the reason is that our enemies are human beings like us. They can only be our enemies in relative terms. The world must be made whole again. The philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose. And with the Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Just as I once created the Cobras. They are my family. I may no longer be able to bear children, but I still have a family. It was November 1st, 1951. I was in the Nevada desert participating in atomic testing. The name Nevada is derived from Spanish, covered in snow, white as snow.
I can corroborate
And
this
snow
is true.
exactly what I saw in that Nevada desert. It froze my blood white. Snake, you were an atomic test subject, weren't you? On Bikini Atoll. That's part of the reason I was drawn to you. You and I are alike. We're both slowly being eaten away by the karma of others. We'll never have the chance to die peacefully of old age. We have no tomorrow. But we can still have hope for the future. In 1960, I saw a vision of the ideal future from space. 3 years earlier, the Soviet Union had succeeded in launching Sputnik, the first man-made satellite in history, into orbit. This came as a huge shock to the United States. In response, America threw everything it had into its own manned spaceflight project, the Mercury program. Even as the Soviets seemed poised to send their first man into space, America was still experimenting with chimpanzees and rockets. The government wanted human data, so they secretly decided to send a human being into space. I was the one they chose. At the time, they didn't have the technology to block out cosmic rays, and whoever they sent up would inevitably be exposed to heavy radiation. That's why they chose me. After all, I'd already been irradiated once. Of course, you won't find any of this in the history books. I could see the planet as it appeared from space. That's when it finally hit me. Space exploration is nothing but another game in the power struggle between the US and the USSR. Politics, economics, the arms race, they're all just arenas for meaningless competition. I'm sure you can see that, but the Earth itself has no boundaries. No East, no West, no Cold War. And the irony of it is, the United States and the Soviet Union are spending billions on their space programs and the missile race, only to arrive at the same conclusion. In the 21st century, everyone will be able to see that we are all just inhabitants of a little celestial body called Earth.
If only people could actually see that now, but they still
A
don't.
world without communism or capitalism, that is the world I wanted to see.
Me too, actually. Damn. I
But
can relate to this
reality
chick.
continued to betray me. In 1961, I was sent to Cuba, to Bahia de Cochinos. It was part of a CIA-sponsored invasion under the guise of taking Cuban exiles back to their country. But the US government betrayed them. Our weak-kneed president held back their air support. Defenseless, the exiles were annihilated by the Cuban army. All I could do was watch in silence. I was set up by the very country I'd sacrificed so much for, by the very government I dedicated my life to defending. I was driven from the surface world, and I went underground. Then, 2 years ago, I faced the Sorrow, my old comrade in battle. He was my friend. But one of us had to die. I was left with no choice. The Sorrow gave his life
That
for
was the
me.
body we saw in the river during that sequence. It was his body.
There is no enmity between us. One must live, and one must die. That was the mission. The ones who gave me that mission were the philosophers. Early in the 20th century, the true holders of power in the United States, the Republic of China, and the newly formed Soviet Union gathered together in a secret meeting that would later be known as the Wiseman's Committee. The secret pact they formed there marked the beginning of the philosophers. But the last of the original members died in the 1930s.
This is the Patriots from
After that,
Metal Gear Solid 2.
the organization began to run out of control, and the Wiseman's Committee degenerated into a mere shell of its former self. The philosophers of today have no sense of good or evil. Their influence extends to countries and organizations involved in every aspect of every war. They have become war itself. That's how they operate. The sacrifices of war cause a shift in the times. This shift leads to renewed conflict, and in turn triggers the next war. Like a nuclear chain reaction, each conflict sparks countless others, forming an endless spiral that will continue on for eternity.
Like in the book
Do you
1984.
understand what I'm saying, Snake? By consuming me and you, the philosophers intend to keep that cycle going forever. It was my father who explained all of this to me. He was one of them. You see, I am the last remaining child of the philosophers. But after he revealed the truth, my father was killed by that same shapeless, formless organization. And my father isn't the only thing the philosophers have taken from me. In June of 1944, the Cobras and I took part in the landing at Normandy. We'd been given a top-secret mission to locate and destroy enemy V-2 rocket installations. I was pregnant at the time. The sorrow was the father. I gave birth on the field of battle. A beautiful baby boy.
Still went in there like.
But my
What?
child was snatched away from me by the philosophers.
Just like Olga's child in MGS2 many years later.
Look at this scar. This is proof that I was once a mother.
What the hell?
I gave up my body and my child for my country. There is nothing left inside me now. Nothing at all. No hatred, not even regret. And yet sometimes at night, I can still feel the pain creeping up inside me, slithering through my body like a snake. I've never talked this much about myself before. Thanks. Thanks for listening to me. I feel content. Snake,
Her child would be 20 years old now.
commence the operation. I raised you. I loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you. All that's left for you to take is my life, by your own hand. One must die, and one must live. No victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny. The one who survives will inherit the title of boss. And the one who inherits the title of boss will face an existence of endless battle. I'll give you 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, MiGs will come and bomb the hell out of this place. If you can beat me in less than 10 minutes, you'll be able to escape in time. Let's make this the greatest 10 minutes of our lives, Jack.
Boss.
You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty. Face me.
Same words that Big Boss told Solid Snake at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2, right?
Let's see what you're made of.
Oh shit! She came at me quick.
Get ready!
Oh fuck, I didn't roll in time. Where'd she go?
Let's see what you're made of. Pathetic.
Oh, they dropped the ammo and the weapons all separate, so you have to pick them up in the right order. Okay, it was just the one weapon I had on.
He's gone.
Oh.
There you are.
Why is everything moving so slow? Is it the flowers dropping the frame rate? Oh, this camera sucks.
I found you.
Damn it! Ah!
You'd better run.
Well, I tried to CQC her, but that didn't work. Yeah, I can still hit her on the ground. I don't know why you have to do 3 hits just to... Oh, she was getting up.
Time to play rough. Run quick.
I think her accuracy is shit. That's only a difficulty thing though, I know. Did I just... I wanted to roll, not crawl on the ground. Where'd she go? That's what I could ask the same about you. Where the hell are you?
Where are you? There you are. Found you. Nice try.
Damn.
Heads up, Snake.
Oh, that didn't hit. So janky.
I found you.
This is such a janky fight. Like they all are. Well, some fights weren't. Some fights were more straightforward, but...
Time to play rough. All these years and still nothing to show for it. Run quick.
I mean, she blocks bullets, so I don't know how else to fight her.
5 more minutes. Get ready! You're not the man I thought. Heads up,
This really breaks up the action when you have to do this constantly. Gunshot wound to the head. Yeah, it's just alright though. I'll dig that out. It's like, goddamn, dude. Shit, can only hit her a couple times on the ground. Oh! She still had iframes!
Move or you're dead.
Got her. Shit.
Let's see what you're made of. Run quick.
Enough! Well, is that it then? Holy shit! The Patriot. Sounded like that's what she was describing, but they had the name Philosophers before, apparently.
Take this. Keep it safe. It's our only hope.
A patriot? Why are you giving me this?
Jack. Or should I say, Snake. You're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it.
I like hearing the MGS2 theme.
There's only room for one
It's hinted at.
boss and one snake.
That was the hardest square button press I ever had to do. I knew the game was waiting for me to do it when I heard the little sound, like, where the game's waiting for you to, like, leave or something, or go through a door.
Ready to go, Snake? Are you okay?
Of course he's not okay.
Snake?
Yeah.
I told you you could trust me.
Oh my god, it's Ocelot.
Ocelot!
We're not done yet.
This fucking asshole never quits. Should have let Eva kill him when she had the chance.
Too heavy!
And beat his ass.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Not good!
That look he gave him.
I
Oh, that
picked
one
up a
FPS.
few new moves.
That 2 frames per second wind effect.
It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it.
Eva!
Well, look at that. They're both empty.
What do you say to one last showdown?
Yeah, all right.
What's your name?
Snake.
No. Not that name. You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot. We're men with names. My name is Adamska. What's yours?
John.
Very well, John. Plain name. But I won't forget it. Come on!
Now, what the hell do I do here? I can't even heal.
Pick one up already.
I actually tried to get the right one, but I guess I held forward too soon. I was like, I'm gonna go get the right one, and then I hit forward before going right, and I got the left one instead. Is it always rigged so that you have the one with the bullet in it? Or did I just get lucky?
It's a blank. That was fun. Till we meet again, John.
Jesus Christ, dude! What a fucking psychopath. At least there's some mutual respect between them now. That's a silver lining.
We made it.
Yeah, we sure did.
Oh no, Nix! There's no way out! What are we gonna do?
We've come too far to let them stop us now. Those things have got to be armed.
It's no use. There's no way we can outmaneuver them. They're gonna shoot us down. We were so close.
Weapon systems on.
Locked on target. I got towed.
You were great, Eva.
Huh?
Thanks.
Bulk 19, this is Control. Stand by for a direct order from the chairman. Bulk 19, return to base immediately. Do you read me? This is a direct order from Comrade Khrushchev. Return to base immediately. Bulk 19, do you copy? Understood. Aborting mission. RTB.
Look! The MiGs are turning back! Woo!
Dylan! Emotional! Fuck!
Surprise, motherfucker.
You bastard!
Well done, Snake.
The MiG's disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he just wanted us to owe him one. The important thing is, you made it out alive. As long as Khrushchev is with us, I don't think they'll be coming after you. It should be smooth sailing all the way to Alaska. I'm sending someone out to Galena Base to meet you.
To meet me?
The DCI and the President himself are waiting at Langley. Don't keep them waiting.
Man, this has been one hell of a ride. Some ups and downs, but crazy all the same. Overall, positive though. The game has had some jank, especially in the last few hours, the last little bit here that's kind of irked me, but for the most part, this is a solid-ass game. Just like the previous
what are you
ones.
going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
And I still owe you a dinner.
Solid Snake still owes Holly one too, but he abandoned her.
Is that part of your mission too? Or is it an order? Or is it an invitation? Or a proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now.
Here we go, finally! It's about fucking time, holy shit. The tension building between these two was insane.
Open your heart and smile for me.
On the back of a bear carcass? Or is that a tiger? I saw the stripes just now.
Afraid to fall in love. Dance with me again and walk this way.
A tiger, yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake, dude.
You bastard!
My girl, holy shit!
Dylan! Emotion! You bastard!
I don't know, I was just trying to hit random buttons to fit that comedic moment. Oh, here we go. That's the one that fits. Forgot I had that one. I guess he had the decency to put his pants back on afterwards for some reason, but he didn't want to wake up naked, I guess.
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, snake.
Damn, she got him at the last second. With her charms.
Good morning, Snake. I hope you slept well. First of all, I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA. I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry. The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgin was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The 2 NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed me. The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy, and also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgin couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you. But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live.
Nice way to destroy the evidence there at the last second. It's thorough.
Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice. Because that was her duty.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. You are a true patriot.
Most hollow victory ever. Doesn't even feel like one.
You know, we could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss. And that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive. and she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death in your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
October 15th, Khrushchev is ousted from power. Brezhnev becomes the first secretary of the Communist Party with Khrushchev in its premier. The next day, China conducts its first successful nuclear test. Begin joins ARPA. Okay. The US government conducts a study of emergency medical treatment. EMT system even disappears without a trace of life. Okay. Paramedic went on to actually make paramedics. Major Zero disbands Fox. Wow. I wish I could have been a little slower, but I skimmed most of it, and at least I can watch the stream back. The Les Enfants Terribles project started in 1972. Sons of Big Boss are born. Liquid and Solid Snake. So the US recovered the remaining parts of the Philosopher's legacy, and then it said something about that US branch became renamed into the Patriots at that point. I caught that as it was going away, but holy shit, dude, that ending alone, like, wow, what an amazing story. Like, just that last reveal at the end, it makes you feel so fucking much. Like I said, that felt like such a hollow victory, just because you just realized you were used. And the boss, too. She was just cannon fodder. It's like what she was hinting at the very beginning, right? Just politicians' tools, basically. Tools of the government. The thing Gray Fox echoes when he tells Snake that we're not meant to be like tools of the government, basically. He said, we're not tools of the government, we're because we fight for what we believe in and all that stuff, right? So that's a recurring theme since the first, like, or at least the second Metal Gear. About how soldiers are used like this, shamelessly, by their government, not respected at all. And this is all very true, yeah. Soldiers really are just cannon fodder for their government, no matter what country. They brainwash them into think that they're valued, but they're not. They're just cannon fodder. It's a goddamn disgrace and a shame, and it's infuriating to see people used like this. So yeah, that got a few tears out of me. Like, this is just insane. I have a lot to think about with this one. But I don't want to keep I'm cutting into the credits and everything, so I'm gonna catch my breath and let y'all enjoy this for now. Holy shit.
They'll tell you where to go, but they won't know.
God damn, what a powerful finish.
Yes,
Oh, shit.
Groznyj and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed. Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The Philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the Philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now. What? I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Groznyj Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam. Of course, I am always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
Who the hell was the director of the CIA again? Were we supposed to know that? I know that was Ocelot on the phone, but he said, I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director, so I'm assuming you meant the director of the CIA. I needed to make sure I read correctly what happened right before the credits, so I went back and looked at my stream during the credits. To look at what happened before. I did miss some things. Like, after Major Zero disbanding Fox in 1970, I went back and saw this and took pictures so I could refresh my mind. So the United States accumulates the remainder of the legacy, and the U.S. branch of Philosophers changes its name to the Patriots. Of course, the Patriots names that they got at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2 were just the names of the original Philosophers that the boss told us the last of them died in 1930, right? So the data on Arsenal was also a complete fabrication. So 1971, carrying on the traditions of Major Zero and his Fox unit, Big Boss establishes Foxhound. So a year after Major Zero disbands Fox, Big Boss creates Foxhound. But as a private mercenary group, of course. And then in the next year, the Les Enfants Terribles project, you know, the Sons of Big Boss are born, Solid and Liquid Snake. And in the time it took for Snake to grow up, when does Metal Gear Solid 1 take place again? Oh, I took a picture of the chronology because I knew I'd have to... I knew I'd have to reference this. Let's see. I have it on my desktop. Metal Gear chronology. Metal Gear Solid 1 takes place in the early 90s or right before the 90s, right? Something like that. Metal Gear takes place in 1995. Yeah, it takes place in 1995. So if Solid Snake was born in 1972, I'll do some quick maths here. So he's 23 years old at the start of the mission to the fission mailed the mission to infiltrate Outer Heaven. So he's 23 years old, and so by the time Metal Gear Solid 2 takes place, how old is he now? Let's see, 1995 to 2009. Mm, 37. He's 37 by the time Metal Gear Solid 2 ends, when he's, you know, helping Raiden out with the big shell incident and everything. Alright. And the next game takes place in 2014, which means he'll be, well, 2009 to 2014. It's not terribly far off, but... It's about like 5 years, okay. My brain is fried. I've been playing this game all day. Yeah, so it's just 5 years, so he's only 42. When we start Metal Gear Solid 4, he'll be 42. Cool. Shit. Did they ever say how old Big Boss was, though? The version of Snake we played just now was Big Boss. It's been made painfully obvious and clear now. I don't know, but I gotta say, I understand his actions a lot more now. Like, now it all makes sense what he did in Metal Gear 1 and 2. Why he, you know, tried to wage war against the world. He was obviously pissed off and angry about what the US did, you know, how it treats its own soldiers and what it did to the boss. So he bid his time, accumulated some money, established his own mercenary group, and then used that money to set up Outer Heaven and wage war against the entire world, basically. Because he was pissed off. So yeah, he went a little crazy, and it's understandable after the events of this game why he did. Your title is Jaguar. Approved by... I can't fucking read that name. But yeah, so yeah, this humanized Big Boss a lot more now. He's not just he's not just the main villain in Metal Gear 1 and 2 anymore. Like, you actually understand his point of view a little bit better. I can see why they went on to, even after Metal Gear Solid 4, why they went on to make other games revolving around this character. That takes place in, you know, the early 70s. So I'm looking at the chronology here. This Portable Ops takes place in 1970, Peace Walker 1974, Ground Zeroes 1975, and The Phantom Pain 1984. The Phantom Pain being Metal Gear Solid 5. So obviously it all revolves around Big Boss and why he probably showing how he gradually becomes the villain, quote unquote, that he does in Metal Gear in 1995. That makes a lot of sense. He definitely had his reasons. I guess his only way of trying to get back at the philosophers, who then became known as the Patriots, of course, shortly after this, was just trying to disrupt the world order that they were trying to build by doing what he did with Metal Gear and Outer Heaven. He probably figured that was his best shot after he discovered the Metal Gear technology through what's his name, in this game, right? When the guy told him about the power of having a bipedal tank that can launch nukes from anywhere, and how that was so much better than the Shagalhot or whatever. I keep forgetting if that's how you pronounce the name. I think I keep getting it right, but keep thinking I don't. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this all this is what I meant. This is what I meant when before I started playing. I was like, when I talked about my past self as a kid, why I never played this game. I was like, looking back now, before I even started playing this game, I said this. I was like, I shouldn't have done that because prequels can sometimes establish much needed like extra exposition or backstory to actually finish off a series correctly, and that's what this game did. This game puts Metal Gear Solid 4 into so much better context now than Metal Gear Solid 2 could by itself. Metal Gear Solid 2 just kind of introduces these villains, the Patriots, the Philosophers, whatever the Lolly Lule Lo, whatever you want to call them now. But this game establishes just how deep-rooted their evil goes, basically. As the boss herself explained, and I think I really liked her speech right before you fight her. She was hoping to see, the world become a sane and rational place where, eventually communism and capitalism and any other stupid ism would just disappear, and we could all learn to just live as one on this planet. Shout out to John Lennon. Because I kind of got that from one of the lyrics in the movie, or in the song. What's it called again? Imagine. One of the most popular songs in history. Where he said we could all live as one, yada yada. So, yeah, that's obviously what she wanted to see, but then, because of, the organization she works for, ironically, the Philosophers and all that, it just didn't come to be. And it won't as long as they're around. They just keep, as she said herself, they're just going to continue to perpetuate a state of ongoing conflict that never ends. A lot like in the book 1984, which I talked about a bit in MGS2, right? Where they just kind of, they keep the economy going by making it this artificial economy, quote unquote, because it's not an economy at this point. If an economy is taking care of a household, you don't do that by blowing shit up and killing each other. It's an artificial economy that's almost like an anti-economy, like what we have now, basically. But it's being kept afloat in that fictional universe by this. In that group, they're not a secret group. They're outward. They're pretty, it's not a secret group. It's well known. The party, they just call them, right? They keep this perpetual state of conflict amongst the three great allied nations or whatever, just to keep this artificial economy moving for the sake of keeping people suppressed, oppressed, and just for the sake of power and yada yada. That's from George Orwell's 1984 book. So yes, very similar storyline here, basically, is what's going on. Here, it's like, they haven't revealed exactly why they're doing that, why they're keeping a perpetual state of conflict, but it seems like the boss was telling us that's what they're doing, but not the why, or unless I missed it amongst everything she said. With first-time playthroughs, I get information overload easily, and then I don't quite catch all the nuances and details of everything. So I might have to play the game again, or at least watch that scene again to absorb everything that she said. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. So it's setting up, since I've already played Metal Gear Solid 4, this sets it up pretty fucking well. So, yeah, in retrospect, this is a very much well-needed prequel, and I'm glad it exists. And I wish I would have given it a chance as a kid, instead of just glossing over it and skipping over it. I mean, glossing over it and skipping over it. But, yeah, now I'm actually really excited to start Metal Gear Solid 4 with the context that this game has given me. It's a lot better now. I feel like I'll be able to enjoy it a lot better than I used to. So that's going to be good. And, yeah, going back to the boss's speech really quick, I had to interject when she said, she wanted to see a world where we could all just live as one and no communism and capitalism. I was like, yes! I was like, thank you for spelling it out. I was like, that's how it should be. But it's not. You would think and you would have hoped that our, this is me talking about real life now, that our species would have rationally progressed and into a state where we just move past all that shit by now, but instead we're just falling backwards. We're falling backwards, and that's pretty much the best way to describe it in general, really. We're falling backwards. We're not progressing, we're regressing horribly. Horrifically. Yeah, that's crazy, though. It was a good game, though. Really good game, especially just for that message alone. There at the end before you fight the boss. You know, this whole story is fictional, but it obviously draws inspiration from, you know, real life events. Obviously, like that goes without saying. So I like Kojima's point of view on all this stuff. It's good shit. I might actually check out that podcast that came out recently or whatever, or that's been around, but I only discovered recently about like his way of thinking when he creates stories and stuff. I find it very interesting. He keeps things fresh for sure. And maybe this is kind of inspiring me to maybe actually give his latest game, well-known game at least, a chance. What is it called? God damn it. The one with Norman Reedus in it. Oh my god, it's on the... how have I lost the name? Dude, I fucking forgot it. Y'all know which one I'm talking about, though. The Norman Reedus is the Walking Dead guy. He was gonna be in Hideo Kojima's PT, that, you know, horror game that never came out and then got transformed instead to the game that I can't fucking remember right now. But yeah, that one. The one that starts off as a walking simulator from what I've heard. I haven't seen that, so it would be a blind playthrough, and I would obviously stream it on Twitch. Come on. Of course I would. If I get around to playing it. But yeah, I might actually give it a shot. Because I'm interested to see more of what the hell's going on in Kojima's head. I can see why he has the fame that he does. But despite, you know, his critics being really harsh about how convoluted his shit gets, but hey, he's not the only one. Tetsuya Nomura. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. I'll leave it there. I gotta go. I had to go a while ago, but like I said, I got sucked into the story and wanted to see how it ended. But yeah, I gotta go. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and do my little outro now, and then we'll go back to the title and see what's going on. Actually, I'll go back right now as I do it, so I don't miss anything like in Metal Gear Solid 2. Let me turn my controller back on. But yeah, just to start off, thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate the support across Twitch and YouTube, wherever you decided to watch this. I know most of you are watching this on YouTube, because these are basically made for YouTube, the way I format them and everything, and the lack of live chat interaction. But yeah, thank you all very much, and as always, please take care of yourselves, you know, look after each other, stay safe out there. I like the name of this gun. See, this is why I was moving there. I was moving this while doing my outro. But yeah, until next time, as always, please have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. That being said, let's see what else we got. So we got the Patriot, the double-barreled assault rifle that the boss used against us. I guess it's implied this is the machine gun that Big Boss used against Snake in Metal Gear 1 and 2, maybe? You know, you don't really get to see it, he just kind of vaguely fires some kind of machine gun at you. Camera, green face paint, brown face paint, national flags, a tuxedo. Oh yeah, that's an unlockable in Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, I think. I know I didn't really talk about them, but I knew about them. Even the remake, the Twin Snakes. DPM pattern camo, OSCAN desert pattern camo, MGS3 download pattern camo. Nice, but it's on the disc because, yeah, okay. Desert Tiger. Oh my god, we got a lot of shit. Black Turn. Okay. Make sure to save this, so we got some new Game Plus items. Save file 1. Automatically enough. I did my outro kind of early because I thought we'd be back at the title screen already. Okay, now we're back at the title screen. Alright, I'll just do it again. Fuck it. Take care of yourselves, look after each other, stay safe, and, you know, till next time, have a good morning, a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. And Happy New Year, too. I just remembered. That's why I'm leaving, because I gotta go fucking party. So yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. Take care. It's December 31st of 2022, so... take it easy, everybody. Whew, what a game.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you.
Dylan!
What a fear in my heart, your soul.